I'm intrigued to see how him and Minibu get on. We're talking about Minibu on self-sufficient agents such as the Waylay, such as the Neon. I think this is really great for him here. I think when you're looking at Team Vitality's side, one of the things that we've seen Derka excel in is that operator usage across some maps.
But these are two very different teams when they hit the lower bracket, and I want to see if Vitality have what it takes.
Oh, there's already a bit of an engagement brewing, and it's Camo that falls right away. But so much presence towards this B site. He was the lamb to the slaughter, but it's all a ruse. The re-aggression does not work, though. Team Liquid find one, but Derka keeps claiming heads, and Nats, the last man standing miles away. That's a convincing pistol by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's also
even an orb, too.
I was about to say, it's a nightmare in terms of the early game, because the one man you really don't want to be giving a hell of a lot of kills, orbs, a plant over to in round 1 is the guy that could potentially have his ult in round 2.
They've spotted him too. They know where Nats is, they've tagged him, and now Derka's the one sent out to find him. We could have a round 2 ult online from barrier up. And whether he gets the kill or not, it would be. All he has to do is find Nats.
The one thing I will say is I almost don't want him to get it, because the likelihood of using the ult in the next round is almost 0. Maybe give the orb over to someone else, but hey, for the side of Liquid, they have invested nothing into this. Okay, there's a piece of utility or two, but they'll be very happy to save those over to the next round. And you can see for Prophet, he's just looking for the stack, and he has found it. So he'll help his teammates by dying.
Mission accomplished, yeah. The 3 rifles still up and on their way towards A. Purple, tucked in the corner, could have a chance, but they would have to drop the ball and not clearing out that position. Passive plant on site, not taking the control till everyone's ready to swing. Now they look to main. That's all cleared out, and there's a trip cover in their back. They have to tick the boxes towards this corner. The only spot that they've decided not to clear, that they've assumed is empty, is exactly where Purpo stands. He's good for one, but that is where it ends. An advantage for Team Liquid, but the weapons, they stand no chance in heads-up duels. The time not on their side. They need to force a favorable fight, and that is not easy to do from Liquid's position. Damage already done, though. Dropping another rifle here would be a successful round. It's denied, but still, 1 rifle loss for Vitality.
Let's go Alpha, I'm going with you on Alpha, boys.
Cypher on side.
I'm checking in. Close right, Derka.
Close right.
Keep it up.
Okay, Cypher there.
4v3, okay, guys.
Can we do
sound on side?
Cypher here.
Wait, I will take gun. I will take gun. I will take gun.
Oh, here we go. 50 seconds left, and we get back in with a 4 versus 4. Vitality trying to surround this A site, put the pressure on the defenders, holding for that rotate back through mid as well. We can see Derka playing this patiently, and the Spike still not trying to push onto that site. Liquid might start trying to color in those missing spaces, and that runs right into Derka's hands. Now the advantage, they can press on with another falling. Individual fights going their way, and now they can group. Wayne at least isolates the first, but no chance in that battle. What a flash. Vitality push up to 3.
A wonderful round to win, coming off the back of.
Yeah, and you can see really why the coaching staff is so upset to see that previous round slip away the way it did, especially with so many individual fights in the mix. This defensive start doesn't get that strong start. It could definitely have those alarm bells ringing. I like this idea. They find the pick towards B, not knowing it's a stack, of course, but by this point you'd assume rotates would come through or further contact would come into play. Nothing. And so Vitality now go into what, from their perspective, should be, with the early pick, with the utility, it should kind of drag players towards that B side. It should be easier to walk into A, but Liquid, they've stayed put.
They've seen Purpo. Dirk already close. I like the TP almost just used for bait, and it gives opportunities. And well, even though Purpo was known, he has been able to find a quick double. Obviously, they know that Nat was on the other side of the map, so chance for Vitality is that, okay, there's maybe one player here, maybe one player is still on the other side, so we're going to have an advantageous battle nonetheless, but with Purpo hitting every shot in front of him so far, he's given another chance, but again, Profek ends up being the safe pair of hands.
It's a shame there. Nats, we swapped to his POV. He was shaking back and forth in the spawn, not sure if it was going to be commitment or a rotate. Then I see Purpo's got a reveal online. And a dog the whole time. One of those sent out will get the rotate from Nats and at least allow you to play together, but it dropped PC utility. That has left Nats in the clutch that, well, he doesn't look too healthy or happy in. 4-0 start for Vitality. But they're playing behind them towards the spawn. Durka, not quite close enough to hear that.
Good
there we go.
retake
He steps in and breaks it. Now, poor old Team Liquid. They don't have their utility to contain anymore. Got to commit those players to the angles, and time is ticking away. Purpo as well. I mean, breaking back into the site with an Odin is tough when you've got two players in this connector space. That's a really rough fight to try and take. Good stun as they break out. That AWP was completely negated. Damage done onto Nats as well on the fall down. And Purpo still being watched. Great play from Vitality across the board. And even after a pick, Wayne's got a 1v3 with barely any time on his hands. And his best chance is to save that AWP.
Yeah, I love how they waited on everything.
The fact that Durka gets so much dismantled the trap that they had sprung, or had prepared to spring. How does Chronicle get away with that? Luckily, the trade out is there still. Miniboo taking out Durka, and now Yumpy. Okay, advantage to Liquid. We could be seeing the beginnings of their first round win.
Here.
Yeah, Miniboo has been putting in a shift over the last couple of rounds, like making rounds that looked damning winnable. Purpo in a bit of an off angle, has managed to find himself one, but eventually traded out. Timing for Nats is good, but it's a little messy. The thing is, though, with PCFIC so low, this has to be their first round.
Surely, yeah. I mean, the spray from Purpo was enough. He did so much damage to PCFIC, and now, yeah, down goes Unfake, leaving that 17 HP. Is the only health bar standing for Vitality, but not for long. 6-1. Finally on the board, our Team Liquid. But I saw the stars go down, and Miniboo's already adjusted so he can see above them. They're going into B, and Liquid are not panicking.
You are divided!
Oh, Camo in position. A cheeky off angle, but getting out of here might be difficult. He does have ult online. He could just escape that way, but he's happy to just tank all the util. Expecting the backup to do the work, and maybe not wanting to expend it in a round where you already have such a hefty advantage. 20 seconds. If Vitality are going to move, it has to be now, and I think this might just be a save.
You have to save. I mean, especially with that player in the corner, you've already used up your molly, you've already used up your shock darts. What are you going to do to get him out of there? And they didn't have anything. Even the Astra stun was put through. They're catching up. Yeah. Purpo is forced back by that flash even. You can't hold that first angle, and it looks like Vitality have got a plan for free!
My.
He needs to be stopped. So much impact from Durka, and Yumpy gets ahead of the ult. Camo's on site, but so many players to deal with. Gorgeous work from Vitality.
Two crazy shots in a second, and I was worried about that ult combo, the dimensional drift, and the convergence part, but they've dealt with it with flying colors. A chance for Wayne, but the lineup was just a little too much. And for Nats, it's another attempt at what looks like an impossible scenario, and while his old teammate waiting on the other side. After the pause, Vitality is straight back onto the board, and the half win already guaranteed.
Liquid have rotated now 3 players towards this A site. Durka's going to be sent through, but that could find the information. He's taking down the traps at least. Molly's already good, but there's Miniboo spotted. And they know about the players towards the elbow, but it might be too late to go back now. So many bodies already on the floor. 3 players pushed in towards the site. A big battle brewing, and the whole squad here for the side of Liquid. A good reveal, and the shots land for Unfake too. Somehow, we're back to a 2v2. Vitality, they seem to even have time to get that plant. I love that from Unfake. He baits them with a plant and waits for his teammate then to know that he's secure. Playing it together, and now they've spotted Wayne too.
Oh, does that get both?
Yeah.
I think it might have done. They've had to fall back. Flank still coming in, and Unfake's connected another. The Standard has just taken over the round. A man with lower expectations than maybe the superstar youngster, but that
is Nats' setup. This is a round that, and we talked about Liquid needing to win this half. They're fighting for 9-3, and that's the setup gone.
Yeah, and he hit another player in the back of the spawn as well. It leaves Camo with everything to do, and it has not been his day. No! Swapping guns. He can't get you on. He doesn't even have a gun in his hand. Oh, and they know where Purpo is. Double peek to go. Okay, I didn't expect him to come out with 2 there. It doesn't matter though. In fact, it's meaningless. 10-2, an utterly dominant first half. You never know with Liquid. They always like defying the odds. That is something we've always loved about any team with Nats in it. Now they look to enter straight in towards this B side. A couple of players holding the line, but PCFIC has been dealt with.
Yeah, as you said, Nat's always a player known for finding those results from behind.
But BS.
Yeah, behind playing the scoreline isn't normally what we mean. A chance here for Yampi to even numbers, but he's taken down right after. Liquid keeping these fights together. That's what we need to see. Nats is tagged up low, but his cam's covering their back. So much info in their hands, thanks to him. And Durka's got players on either side. Here's the reload up top, goes for the fight, but the swing should be there any moment. And
nice dodge.
It did come in from Wayne, but Camo had already landed the kill. Nicely done by Team Liquid. A pistol round found, and the climb back, well, I guess it starts here. Oh, a fourth almost assuredly to follow. Only one bandit invested into for Vitality, the rest on Classics. And well, I think they might have an idea where Durka is after that molly goes down. Gonna avoid that corner completely, a spot the Purple found a lot of success from. And no doubt they'll be wary of in their anti-eco. And somehow, Durka has won a heads-up duel against Camo.
Through someone as well.
Yeah.
He headshot him through him with a classic.
Okay, trade's at least instantaneous. That's what we needed, but we're on even numbers. And yeah, okay, Vitality winning this round doesn't look very likely. But the question of damage, very much valid.
Hey, you still have Headhunter available for Chronicles, so that's at least one weapon that will be able to drop a gun.
See the Bulldog there to be recovered as well.
It's just whether they want to actually go for that level of damage. Oh, the second they cross in, it's the opportunity for Purple. You can see PCFIC is just trying to bait him into a heads-up fight. Okay, that was a little bit too close. I don't think the time was gone anyway.
Very soon, Vitality will realize nobody's here. They'll send the rotates. In fact, they're already coming through. The Astro utility will start to be focused towards this site. And it looks like Liquid have pushed before the rotates come in. But if they're delayed, if they're slowed here, this push could fall flat completely. And they're being picked, they're being damaged. Nat's down to 40 already.
Yeah, Yumpi's done his job. And the rest of the team are already here. They're ready and waiting. Dart flash, nice counter though. Natus just hitting every shot. He's given them a lifeline, given them a chance, but needs someone to step up alongside him. It was close, but it wasn't enough. PCFIC takes the round, and more importantly,
Camo's not having a good time to start this one, and look at the equipment that they bring in.
Right.
Wow.
Well, that's the spike down.
Well, he's just got 3 bursts, one to the body, one to the leg, one to the head.
Control.
Nice
Okay, it's been given up now. They have the advantage, but Chronicle was pushed all the way up on A. That's a decent trade back, though. And in fact, that gives them weaponry. That's far more important than a pick than maybe realized. This is scary, though. Again, you have this 1-2 punch. Nat's waiting on the other side, but it's the flank from Miniboo. Is the main talking point. They've spotted out Wayne, but they still don't know where that snake in the grass is. And now he looks to strike, stunned up his Durka, and he does win both. Integral from Miniboo. And a chance around that looked almost done from the beginning.
Even for the recovery of this series here for Liquid, because it is so far gone, but every round here helps, and this has to be one that they take. A 3 versus 2, time now on their side.
Yeah. Look at the positions as well.
Yeah, this is it. You have to pick them all off. And that relies on them giving fights, which Camo just did, but he wins it. And now Chronicle should have an impossible task. He gets in and taps the first. The problem, someone has to peek. There's no longer someone up in heaven to confirm that he's not diffusing, but Chronicle misses the window. Doesn't catch the kill. They know it's not half, and off time alone, this one should be sorted. Another for Liquid, a 6-round gap though to make up. Allow you to make that climb back. But the problem is always, if Vitality treat these ults like a bingo card and tick them all off, you could have a round coming your way, and not many needed. Already, Hunter's Fury is going to be fired through, but a big pace taken as Camo tries to invade that backside, but he's being pushed. Big stun active, and the shot slam with PCFIC down, but Durka and Unfake, they stand by, ready to take every battle. And Liquid will be denied ground on the B site. They move back to mid, thinking it might be easier, but no, a task just as hard as the other, with a double from Chronicle. 12 to 6. 6 opportunities for Vitality to close their map. 6 chances to close it out. Liquid having to fight back. Already the Nightfall's put through, and it's caught one at least, sending them back, but Durka activates the ult. He's being dealt with at least to start. PCFIC though finds the valuable pick. That's the man advantage, and Miniboo has to hunt him down. But up in heaven,
He's tagged.
Profec's already repositioned, and he's waiting for that retake coming through from mid. The presence here from Liquid towards Spawn completely denied any impact. That flash was huge, but now he's out of them. And those three players on backside looking to brawl. Miniboo leading the charge. Camo by his side for 2, and the round seems to be tidied up as a result. But Profec still breathing up top will buy them a chance, an opportunity if he can find the shot amongst the chaos. But look how patient they're being, hiding behind cover, not giving him a shot. And then as he jumps out of heaven, he finds himself in hell. Very nicely done.
Yeah, again, I think solid.
Liquid were late before, and somehow in this round they're late again.
Yeah,
15 seconds, 4 players from Vitality will be here.
Durka in position, gonna try and give himself a pocket of space. They dived into the angle and they've not checked him, they've not found him. They're running out of time. Liquid have to go now, and it's Durka. It's going to take all but one. Chronicle is there to end it, and once again, Liquid have fallen into the trap. It is Vitality.
Yeah, I think the one thing that Team Liquid need to be cautious of here is Camo diving in with this Waylay agent into potential trap setups that Vitality are going to have when they get onto that defense.
Already a lot of space taken towards A. Now Liquid have pushed down B, but it was Liquid who had those slow attacks, who allowed those rotates to come through. Vitality don't suffer from those issues, at least not normally. For now though, Durka goes down as the big play towards Tallbox comes in. Camo will be shut out of the play, but Wayne still keeping it alive on site. Great work from Wayne. That's the man advantage. No need to throw it away.
Spike planted.
Util gone, and patience from Nat. It's a little bit labored, but he gets the job done. And now Profec left into a clutch scenario. First comes easy, but anything else should be impossible. They're holding that cross as long as Purple doesn't completely whiff. And well, luckily, it's already too far gone. It will be the pistol round under Liquid's belt, and an important start to this defense.
Still has those birds, but it won't be the dog sent through for the information. And as he's sending that flash, Miniboo's timing comes in perfectly.
The stack hasn't moved.
Already a man down in that corner that was salvoed not that long ago. Has Camo, no surprise, tucked in, waiting, but now they're ready for him, and he's not getting out of there. Domination in those first few fights, and it continues for a 3v2. The plants needed, the time low. Miniboo, though, he can't get anything done here. No denial, leaves Purpo in a 1v3.
Yeah, I thought maybe that orbital strike might have been enough to take the round home, but it was because a couple of players were already past the threshold. That was enough for Durka to get those openers, Chronicle to then flood the backside and leave Purpo. Not a lot to play with. This was as pure as a bonus as you're going to get. A lot of weak weapons, so even an extra gun dropped here would be huge, but they're waiting for that drop down, and even though he gets a 1v1 fight, Profec does not miss. Having a lot of potential for clearing out this B site. They're going to get aggressive. I don't mind this. The back site is a normal target for an Armageddon.
Oh, nice shot by Camo, and the stunned up unfake hindered in that corner. He will be dropped. Miniboo again, the same play as the previous round. No friend with him this time, but he doesn't need it. A nice one to start. The stuns even land. Oh, I don't know about that. He got away. Well, Miniboo, I'll never question you again, my friend. 1 versus 5 for Durka, and as we said, you didn't want momentum, confidence early on. A streak for Vitality, well, there's no worries about that. As Team Liquid hit 4, this is a different face to, I think, what we've seen in the majority of that previous map, where there were synergy issues from the get-go. But the preparation paying off. And look at this idea as well. They're feigning aggression towards A to then play through the bathroom. Wayne's got himself one. Somehow they've spammed back, and Miniboo swings in. He's still going. The spike's being retrieved. He can't hold the line there, but the advantage is theirs nonetheless. Team Liquid 3 versus 2.
I feel like I'm watching Deathmatch or Spike Rush. Like it's just two teams running at each other, or mainly one team running at the other. They have managed to get the spike down. Now, they had some wonderful ultimates for the post-bomb, but all of those people are dead. And it means that Camo, if he can figure out where one of these players are, that convergence path would leave them trapped in an impossible scenario. Profec, though, from the heavens. This was his spot last time they played. He dealt damage versus Fnatic. And even putting a couple of bullets into the body of an opponent, they don't even know where Unfake is. And to be honest, why would you expect him to be here? Look at where that plant spot is. He's just hiding in the back lines, allowing Profec to basically win this round single-handedly. And Camo's desperately, he just wants to kill. He just Nats wants to finish off PCFIC, and he may get his wish, but that's all she wrote. Their opponents have so many ults to play with, but again, it has been finding places to actually use them.
I think they tried to bait them out there.
Yumpy's had them online for a while. It's an aggressive position, and finally they managed to punish Miniboo. They just comboed the ults though. They managed to slow them down and then pick them off with the orbital strike. Wait, it's labored. That was a chance to almost confirm the round. Instead, he's given them a way back in.
A big old dump, big combination from Wayne and Camo. It might amount to nothing, but Circa 21 HP. They spam right after the drone. Of course they do! But PCFIC now with a real chance. In goes the Viper's Pit, but a molly on the other side. That's going to buy so much time. PCFIC decides to play up close, though he's not backed all the way off. Nats has to clear everything. If he steps out of this pit, major problems start to pop up, but the patience, PCFIC expects it to be a fake to start. He stepped around it and in he goes, but Nats with the reposition catches him off. A double tap on the spike and a 5th round in Team Liquid's possession as a result. That should never have come that close though. Running out of time for Vitality, and they know that. The timeouts used
change.
Will be aggression from Miniboo that catches Chronicle off on the jump peak. That not the way you want this round to go. A lot of the time you'll see those pauses straight into an eco round. A chance to learn, to gather information, to play the...
Seeker's used. 25 seconds left. Miniboo, the operator, was the spanner in the works this round, but he's still got that rifle to back up on, and he still has Nats as backup. And sometimes he doesn't need the backup himself. In fact, there you go. You can just be the distraction as Nats kills everyone. Another in-zone flawless. Liquid. I'd be surprised if too many think differently. This is all going to be on Durka. Can he catch a player? No. And obviously with him diving in, there's nobody close behind to have even a chance at a trade. The initial plan of Durka go kill with Bucky has failed. What else have they got? Still got Viper's Pit.
Yeah, if they can get onto a site, that could certainly help out.
That's been difficult.
2 smokes for PCFIC, positions on for Team Liquid right now. There is a danger. I think Vitality are choosing the best spot to go to, and now it's no longer the best spot. Because here's Miniboo. He's rotated in, quick on his feet, ready to roll. 25 seconds, snakebite and wall. There goes the snakebite. Here comes Miniboo. And now we got the numbers to face off against, and Nats is taking down Chronicle through the smoke. So there goes the Viper's Pit idea, and pretty much the round with it.
Yeah, in fact, they kind of just need to die at this stage. It is going to be at least a kill or 2. Yumpy's doing well. He's making this one costly, but he knows there's going to be someone nearby, and eventually costly is all they can muster.
But maybe they can get back on the horse, no pun intended, for the next map. And it seems like Vitality now take that mantle. Like, the comeback into this, it needs to start now. It needs to be clean, it needs to be dominant, and they're getting nothing. No, Liquid, those individual, oh my God! These were individual fights they were not winning in the last map. Hell, Nats had 5 kills for most of the map.
Wow, this is just getting disrespectful. You got your Viper pushing down B short just to kill everyone. You've had Chronicle dead, I think first in most rounds. He's just getting wrecked, and every turn they take, another Liquid player is waiting.
He had an awful map when it came to individual fights. 14-5 now. It's fair to say Nats looks a bit more comfortable here.
It's his map, man. It always
absolutely
has been, it always will. Chronicle has got an opening kill. He has still died within the first 10 seconds, but you know what? We take that. We take that. It's an upgrade. Nats has just run down. He's just running it down. He's finally dead. It's almost like he was testing the waters just for these last few rounds. How far can I go?
I've never seen a fight here.
Can I push? How is Miniboo alive?
It's a 2v1 fight in this. I don't even know his tunnel.
Die. There's no way he can get anything here. There's no way he can get away with this. He's fighting. How is Miniboo alive? He's turning back around. I don't understand how anyone can get away with this much disrespect.
Positions, bro. That looks so stupid. I've never seen this before. When someone's saving a weapon, sure, but not the actual round plan. Oh my goodness! No. Miniboo took the fight in their spawns, and somehow it's a 1v1. Yumpy even has ult online with a post plant. I don't know how this round is flipped like this, but it could be going into Vitality's favor. It could be Liquid fumbling, and 9-3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more palatable than a 10-2, that's for sure.
No, he has the advantage. He's looking for the fight. He's got his ult. He's got salvage. He's got so much, but instead he takes the fight knowing a Red Bull clutch that I never saw coming with the beginning of a round that I never saw coming. It's 9-3.
Well, it is 9-3, and it seems like the question is how many can Vitality get before Liquid hit that 13? An inevitability teed up. Aggression from the defense. Durka up here for the first fight, but he's got 2 players behind him, 3 bodies on the floor. Oh my!
I didn't see anyone, Mitch. I know what I'm talking about. I think he was alone.
Yeah, he might
the
have
other
been.
2 must have just fallen off the map, even though that's not possible here. They went in the TP and it bugged and it disintegrated.
Took him somewhere else.
Yeah, because I've not seen anyone in this side. Chronicle, he's not in the first fight. Maybe he could be in the last one. He's taken out Camo. Prophet in the smoke will dance with death and find it, and not quite enough this time. It's Purpo to close the round. 10 for Liquid. We'll see you on Breeze. And well, now they have I would say an even more uphill battle than we saw in the last map, which, considering the score is very, very similar, it's felt even more dominant, dear Lord.
Okay, there we go. That was actually the most selfless play I've ever seen. He hindered himself, stunned himself up knowing that his teammate will be there to trade, yet damage is done. Now a weapon recovered for Chronicle, and
It's got to be a better
we better be
one.
very careful about this post plant. Liquid guaranteed to get Spike on the floor, but they don't know where Chronicle is. And a snake in the grass like this can cost you rounds, cost you games. Although Nats,
I was going to say,
he's
they
locked
don't
in
know,
on the right spot.
but he knows.
There we go, info as well.
A little bit of extra damage. Gets the isolated fight, but just as the last map, it is genuinely like they've swapped places.
It really is.
Nats is now waiting.
Considering one of the 3 rounds for Vitality was a 1v3 from Yumpy.
Yeah.
When they were fighting deep into his own spawn, it almost feels like Liquid have given the rounds to Vitality that they've got. Hard fought in this even as the trade started out. Liquid drawing the first blood. The trade back, great flash. It's caught them, but the second not so much. Adjustments still leave things neck and neck. Purple, well, I thought he was going to get out with the spike instead, wrapping around, checking the angle just in time. And Nats helps out. The alley-oop and a slam dunk with Liquid. 2 versus 1. Again, Purple and Nats. Again against Chronicle. The same site. But will it be the same result?
He's jiggle peeking every angle. He's looking for Nats, and instead he'll be found by Purpo. Once again, it was a bonus round. Once again, it was a weaker buy after taking serious damage.
The shoe most certainly on the other foot. The whole outfit is right now. Liquid looking like they could be favored going into that final map with this kind of performance. Although Nats is taking Durka down, they've still got to deal with Yumpy, get through that Viper Orb, and Kron gets a crazy spam, a double, perhaps even a collat, but no, the angle's not lined up. It was the box that got in the way. Still, that spray is going to do more than its fair share.
He got Nats and Miniboo. As it goes, that's as good as it gets right now. Although, I'm not going to lie, Wayne has also been just fragging away, like getting doubles here and there, and even, as I said, he got a Brimmy opener with a Bandit running at them last round, so it's definitely not a done deal. That might seal it, though. The thing is, they will get a post plant, and actually...
Wayne planting?
I hope Wayne's planting, because Purpo currently has
Purpo,
0
is Wayne gonna
orbs.
plant? Purpo?
So...
Give him the spike.
Yep, he's looking... No. Okay, they're just baiting out. They're baiting out. He's going to give it to him. No, he's not going to give it to him. Okay.
Actually, to be fair, 2v4, if you're playing post plant on that ult, you're a fool. Better off to put it on Purpo. Wayne will probably die here in a 4v2, get it for next round, or
Still nice to
get
have.
a pick. And, I mean, if he can use it to win the round without getting a pick, I would be flabbergasted. I think this gives them more orbs total with a 12-3 scoreline, more chance to play back. And most importantly, if Wayne can find a pick, they have that online. But if they sit on site and wait against 4, I can't see this working out.
Oh, the first, I think. Oh, I was going to say, that needed to be. There's the ultimate. Immediately looks to use it, but he's got a man behind him. That time is already ticking place on himself. Needs to turn. Oh, he has turned. Now looks to try and isolate a 1v1. He's going to find it. Leaves it down to just perfect, and the time is gone. He's done it. He's closed it. There was no way they should have won it like this. But the youngster Wayne with the Red Bull clutch.
It said he'd be making plays, Tom, making waves. He's washed them away. Vitality shutdown on map number 2. It all comes down to Breeze. One of these teams, their kickoff ends after the break.
Movement, and maybe they're trying to do a bomb fatality in order to try to bring some information. On Breeze is kind of different, and also this Jet is mostly doing an operator role, meanwhile the Yoru is going to be the one going with the rifle. So
losing this is the end of it all. Liquid aggression in mid and through Beacon. This is going to be a crunch on the elbow. The very spot Vitality have sent the majority of their players to, and they're walking into a trap, expecting 1 or 2, but they're finding the whole squad. Nice shots by Yambi and Chronicle. They've pulled it back. Team Liquid sprung a trap. They caught so many of their prey, and in the end, it's the advantage to the surprised squad. How have Vitality ended up with this? But they've still got Nats to deal with.
They walked into the Lion's Den,
One enemy
but they
remaining.
missed out on the biggest lion of all. Only one standing. Nats knows exactly where Unfake is. He's got to try and escape this. If anything, he's just looking to run him down. Now, bear in mind, this will take time. Had to hit the vulnerable, but it doesn't even matter. That clock is going to be ticking, but I don't think it's ticking anywhere near fast enough for Nats to worry about. In fact, he can... Steps may be heard. The thing is, I'm still looking at the position of the spike.
Yeah.
Gate crash being spotted might actually hold players to this side of the map. They've seen it go all the way through, but that's a big early fight. Get rid of Miniboo, take space in mid control. But with how much space they've garnered, they're now actually going to go walking back. I think the only thing that can go wrong here is if somehow there's a timing caught from Nats. And there is. He's just dropped the spike.
Yeah, that's causing issues. Luckily, Chronicle didn't get seen by the drone that came out on mid. He's able to get the jump on Nats, take him down, spike back in Vitality's control. 4-3v2. Got to be careful here.
Left.
Wayne's already delivered some stellar performances. He closed out that last map TP to fake the position. No rotate from him, and he'll be caught in the end, leaving Purpo alone, and a cleanup from Vitality should end here. Nicely done, 2-1.
Yeah, decent recovery. I said the only danger was if Nats managed to drop that spike, and that's exactly what he did.
To it, I love the idea in the pistol as well, that 4-man aggression. That really caught Vitality off guard, at least to start with. And that spam is deadly from Chronicle. Miniboo caught by the drone, but now the trade is there so quickly. 4 versus 4, we're back to square footing, and it looks like Camo's the one ready for this fight, but Vitality are walking straight past. They've wrapped their way into heaven. I think they just got spotted. The second player, not so much, but Purpo is clean to start.
Aim desperately low. And Nats now going probing into mid. This is clearly something that Vitality are targeting. Durka pushed it in the last round. They've done the same in this one. It must be a gap that they've seen in the defenses of Liquid. That gap has been filled, though. Well aware of it, and Nats now looking for the kill onto Durka. This fight is so integral to their defense. As the remaining players look to come out of A main, they will at least have a post plan, but in fact, they're going looking for more. They wanted the fights.
Decoy. Camo, they know that he's here, or at least was, with that decoy going down, but he's gotten really, really close. Maybe a chance to catch them off guard. Depends on how long's left on that reveal from Unfake. Well, yeah, actually just going to get swung by 2. Profek and Durka find him in the open, and with Wayne on 5, this round should be cleaned up, but we've counted Wayne out before, only for him to go and deliver a stellar performance. There's the info as well. Oh, what a shot! And he knows where the last player is. Durka doesn't know that he's been seen, that he's been read. It is Wayne's world! He's got dominion over Breeze, over buying this well from what we've seen. This man. 2 rounds.
Showing you why.
2 rounds in the space of 5 that could be in the top 5 of the EMEA, depending on how this goes.
That one, there's no questions.
Yeah.
I think
5
both
HP,
are,
yeah,
I'll be honest.
I really do think both get in there. Yampi doesn't get in there at all, though. He's being shut down. Nats finds one, so does Miniboo, but then there's a response. Now there's weapons picked up as well, and Vitality look a little bit healthier, but Wayne, oh, the thorn in their side twisting and turning as rounds go on. His timing is absolutely stellar, and they are none the wiser. The wraparound from Wayne. Another big round on the horizon. The spike down, and Durka and Unfake have to wrap back across these players with Purpo holding. There was no chance. And Unfake, he is surrounded. He has info on where all 3 were, at least, but look where Wayne's gone. They're taking no chances on the side of Liquid.
He knows where the spike was dropped as well, so he sort of left it in a position of, okay, I can wrap round and still get eyes on it. If he tries to escape, I'm there waiting for him, and he's just been a menace. Getting the flank, repositioning into the only escape route.
I don't see it.
I'm holding mid push.
Portal closed.
They're not peeking B.
We called pop. And
Yeah, I think we should pop, guys.
Come, guys.
I'm coming.
Close.
I put the
We
volley
should
backside.
paranoia left side
On.
and dash.
Yeah,
No, let's go.
I'm going.
I paranoia.
Neo backside.
Smoking
Ladder, ladder, ladder.
Rushing.
Ladder backside.
Rushing one more.
Backside,
Go
backside,
go ladder, guys. Go.
Yeah, dead.
I'm CT, Makis already.
I smoke Makis.
Double pick backside.
You can ulti him, yeah. Backside clear.
I'd be flanked.
Backside.
You're CT.
I have Raven in 5.
And now it's left to the retake for Team Liquid, but the plan's still not found. That's causing problems. 40 seconds, and a nice shot by Nats. More pressure put onto Vitality. It was a low buy, but they got ground. They made it to the site, but that might not be enough.
30 seconds
the
left.
rifle on Chronicle, but his
Player
HP
standing.
so low, and Nats is the one putting bodies on the floor. A fourth for Nats as he takes down his former teammate and pushes Liquid further into the lead.
Again, there were moments in this round that looked like it could be possible. Especially we heard
30 seconds
the
left.
talk of ultimates, what they had on the board, the availability of the Hunter's Fury, if they could get into the post-bomb, but that was the issue. You mentioned it at the start of the map. They were very good in the last map of disrupting everything. It was said on the desk as well that is the game plan. And that game plan is working. Sure, it was revealed, but that's insane.
Revealed, but still jumping around. It's a nice shot to hit, even if you can
Hello.
see the man. The back off from Yumpi is unfortunately sold Durka out. Vitality with the trade. Yumpi's kept them in. 2 valuable picks for him. The lead for Vitality might help them out.
Sat in the corner is Purpo. He's more expecting a push to come through into middle.
30 seconds left.
He heard the decoy.
But he is wrong because of that.
Yeah, they pulled him into that fight with the decoy and a
standing.
spam through the smoke. It's just taking Purpo out. After a big play to backside on Dwayne. I mean, this round should be Vitality's. Even going into those 2 players, the only fear was that corners aren't cleared, balls are dropped, and you end up in a position where you don't have trades set up. Now there, the first one's fine. You don't know where he is. Now we need to see them give no opportunity to Nats. This is a man who will take the clutch if you give it to him, and Liquid have got too many rounds so far in the last 2 maps that they shouldn't have. There we go. A literal firing squad waiting for him, as it should be.
Yeah, they're not making the same mistake again. Stronger runs when it comes to their attack side. And while not a whole lot to play with in this one, a singular rifle available for Nats, and already 2 players dropped with early presence in middle. They'll need a hero once again.
And the Marshal's being recovered at least, but Camo's not going to have a chance to use it up this close. A headshot from the Sheriff maybe a bit more likely. And they haven't cleared him just yet. There's the chance. 1 drop, 3v3, waiting for another, and they've given it 1 by 1. Now the ult to get out. The advantage firmly claimed here for Team Liquid. 2 rifles and that Marshal, and all of the info to work with. I mean, they're boxed in. Where do you go for Yumpi? Have to get that plant and hope they offer individual fights, but this one has been
Spike planted.
a real surprise. Oh my God.
Well, he's going to get out there if he wants to. Just trying to play the close angle, not wanting to give it up, but it's Camo again. What a round from him with the Sheriff. He was left on an island on the B site.
Plant a spike.
It's something we have talked about pretty much since this org entered Valorant, and while Camo is going to catch Yumpi with his pants down, tries to escape from the ult. Camo, he's managed to dodge everything, and because of that, again, he's the snake in the grass, the man they couldn't quite catch, like smoke fading away. And Miniboo's looking for the backstab. Oh, this could be a nasty surprise. He's taken the right route as well. Again, Liquid are so good at faking distractions, throwing in pieces to set up the remaining man. Unfake now left in a clutch of his own, but just look how many he has to face off against. Liquid are not going anywhere, and Vitality since map 1 have been missing.
It feels like Liquid are destined to take this run through the lower bracket to eliminate both Boo brothers. Back-to-back days.
Nats already is going to drop another 3 kills. This round is over. Chronicle, you mentioned it. He's got the Viper Spear, but I don't think he's going to be using it in this round. And he's being chased down. Another multi-frag, another in-zone flawless. And well, we've seen that a few times after the pause. And they now sit 5 rounds away from another match to qualify them to an international. Remember, Mitch, they missed 0 international events last year. They want to kick this tournament off with another added to the list.
No, they're certainly on the right track. Vitality are 3 versus 4, though. We'll get a plan towards that B side.
Got a plan.
That's where we start to pull back to those statistics. What, 81% post plans? Okay, because there's been a lot of diffuses, 4 so far, I think, for Team Liquid. The post plans haven't looked that great, but this is where they can turn that tide back in their favor. Look how passive Purpo is. He's given them that space. He let them fight for it. He knew they would. And now he can play super late back into that control while the squad is looking in the other direction. It's so smart, but the shot doesn't land. And they're looking the right way, but Vitality this time are the ones hitting the shots. It's Yumpy with a triple, eclipsing that performance from map 1 finally. And Purpo to save gives Vitality 3. They have got a round on the board at long last. And it's Yumpy with a 4K to get it done.
Yeah, literally leading by example. Under the Liquid placed on top of it. An 8-4 is not a death sentence, but it does still feel rough. But a 9-3. Chronicle's still giving it at least. He still believes. You know what? He's seen way worse.
Yeah, he has.
11-1.
He has indeed. It ain't over till it's over. That man knows, but it's over for him in this round.
Sit back down.
His half is done, and again.
It's clear that they can't just allow that space to be had, and one ult that is good for countering him is that one, but then you go straight back into the operator again. A 3v5 just to claim your 4th round.
Well, he's found those 2 picks in mid. Same spot. Actually, the X is almost overlapping, and now the rotates in. Mid has been left open, and instead, Miniboo is now sitting, waiting on the backside, but he's been spotted at least, and then goes sliding in! The shorty claims a double, but hold on! Being picked off after, and the spike retrieved is now potentially given a plan, but look at Camel flying under the radar. He's now the last man standing, and the mistake shown 10 seconds. Camel needs to be what? Yumpy took the TP, a fool's errand, and 9-3. And, you know, the problem is we started out yesterday. We finished yesterday saying, well, Vitality's problem today was Alpha was playing like Nats. Now they got Nats on the other side, and he's also a problem for them now. Already taking a few shots, and it will be first blood. Yumpy to drop the leader on the other side, and this pistol, I mean, worth its weight in gold. This is one that Vitality desperately need. We're not just talking about for the map or the series. We're talking about for survival. We're talking about to still have the chance to book their tickets to Santiago and not just to sit in the crowd.
Yeah, we can always talk about sides of the map, the fact that both teams have favored the attack so far, but when it comes to qualifying for events, when it comes to the final half of a final map, anything can change. What isn't changing, though, is Liquid's ability to fight back already. We have found a couple of kills going in return. Chronicle gone, Durka gone, that old Fnatic duo not clinging to life, and that will be a post plant. And as you said, this pistol is worth its weight in gold.
I mean, they need strong foundations for the comeback. So high to climb. But losing the pistol, oh, this would be devastating. Their chances wane. A 4-spy round 2 can even be discussed. This is such a big deficit, and it's gone from bad to worse, 10-3.
Because right now, Liquid are, well, they've got them half buried.
Now, we heard it from Uli on the desk as well. Oh my goodness. Durka down, hold on. We might not have time. Liquid accelerate quickly into the site. Now Vitality forced to play that retake. And for Vitality not having Sayonara, it changes the roles they play. The whole team has to swap it up, and maybe it'll look different when he does step onto that stage, but not to fault Unfake either. I think he's been doing a great job. Had some really big rounds. Kind of bad to say that when he's 4-13. It's not been a good map, but...
Oh, this one, they need to win this retake. Miniboo, he's playing an off angle because he's so low, but that trade is fine. You lose the low HP player, and you bring things back. That time is ticking. Nats from afar with an outlaw might just be the nail in the coffin. Doing damage, Prophet, Chronicle, but now it's all on to Nats. No one worse that could be in this clutch. That time is already ticking. It already looks like it's done. That spike will be going off, and you just can't get past Nats.
That I'll remember for a long time to come. He's asking, are they going to try? And we're asking the same.
They didn't even need a Red Bull clutch there. A better start at least. Durka at least going to try and deny some of that space being taken, but it's already gone, already sent through. Camo looking to try and close it. Durka fighting tooth and nail. He does not want to go out of this tournament. He does not want to miss out on another Masters. But now it's in his teammates' hands. Chronicle only with the stinger, but at least he's got a little bit of space to play with. Up close is where this gun
I got Spike.
does hold some value, but
perhaps Miniboo, if it goes to Wayne, they've got good information to play with late. They can have a guy sitting on site to TP out and the relocate, but it will be Miniboo for speed. He gets there and Wayne is sent out towards middle, playing that late lurk, smoke for the spawn, but this is it. The timing here, it's everything. Yumpy's looking the other way, but Wayne decides not to go. That could have decided the round, and it will. In fact, this battle will be it with Yumpy checking and finding his mark. Wayne is down, then Miniboo, the one to stand here. 1 versus 2. Tucked in the corner. Here's the steps as they close in the distance. Gets the jump on Yumpy and just Chronicle, the leader on the other side to take down the shots of Orlando. Chronicle buys Vitality a little bit.
they've had everyone pulling off rounds.
Hunter's Fury potentially taken here with the orb. A play into the B side off of it. No, they don't think that they need it. Instead, just running it through. Already one falling. Yumpy standing a good chance with that outlaw. A single shot to anyone to take them down, and he relocates for the retake. Vitality evidently not looking to go quietly into that night. They will go kicking and screaming, and Yumpy finding another. Seems like they won't be going just yet.
They're still got to be careful though. That Hunter's Fury has been claimed. Unfortunately, the position of it is probably the worst ever. Nats would need all 5, and that's not going to be happening. A clean round for Vitality. A necessity.
A danger here with the Hunter's Fury, as we've seen, but Durka wants to again get aggressive. It only has to fail one time, and they will slip out of contention, but this is not the time that he will fall. Vitality, well, they're trying to break back into that space. The flash was awkward, but the shots most certainly are not. Wayne, it would be a play to write his name in the history books, but denied again. Well, with 25 seconds, without a doubt. The thing Liquid are doing right here, though, is splitting through mid. The thing they're doing wrong is wait so long. 20 seconds. Any delay here will be enough for Vitality and 2 picks. And that almost puts this play to bed before it begins. Durka's wrapping around on site. They've even committed to using the Hunter's Fury on that massive deficit. And I have to say, that seems like a huge mistake. I feel like there's a point after those 2 kills where you say, okay, this round's gone. Let's save it up for the next. And I don't know if Purpo had just hit the key or...
His teammates died so fast.
I thought that it was 2 players down, and then in the 3v5 he went, screw it! I was like, what are you thinking? But he did activate it when 1 guy was down. That's fine. What?
Okay, he swapped to the wrong gun. There's no way that he swapped to the wrong thing. Clicked the wrong button. Somehow still did some damage, and hey, he got an assist. He got an assist.
Not like this. You can't win around where you've ran in, trying to slide, knife someone, Prophet, trying to make sure of that. And that 2K may just have done it. Purpo left in a 1v3. Imagine a reality where instead of a knife, a shorty came out. This could be a crumble from Vitality, but instead, well, very well may still be Purpo as a player wrapping up behind him. Do his spidey senses kick in time, though. Durka 58 on the clock, and he decides to cancel.
Just wait for the plant. Wait for him to tap it. You're right behind him. There's no need to take any level of risk, and he doesn't. Purpo is locked in and facing his opponent. The thing is, it's actually not a bad read in the end. Even though everything happened, Prophet is immediately going to use that paranoia, but the pressure is in. Miniboo spamming. That's the start they were looking for. We haven't seen them with an opener in a while, and now the pressure goes back onto Vitality. Sure, you won 6 in a row. It means nothing if you lose 1.
Now, except for Vitality, they had some serious fight left in them. They haven't been willing to go quietly into that cold, dark night, out of kickoff. But this could be where it all goes wrong. Miniboo whiffs the shot. 2 picks for Vitality. Numbers back to even, but they've got to go. The time is ticking. The wall buying that space, and Purple will fall. But the snake bite here, making it so difficult. A spam could end this. They need to drop that pit. And with Wayne around the back, this should be over. Team Liquid, they keep pushing on this lower bracket run. While Vitality, their run ends here. A disappointing end to what could have been a glorious story, coming in with a stand-in.